Hey, art friends! Today we're going to look and step into the world of Vincent van Gogh. Let's take a look at two very special paintings, his chair and his bedroom. Let's start with the chair. It might look simple, just a wooden chair and a straw seat, but he painted to show something about himself. These paintings are what he used every day, almost like painting a little portrait. But instead of painting his face, he painted the things that felt like him. Now let's take a look at a second painting, his bedroom. This was the room where Vincent van Gogh lived in a little yellow house in France. He painted it to show a space that felt peaceful and calm to him. Do you see that same chair again in the room? That's right, it's the same one. That chair shows up in both paintings because it was part of his real life. Vincent van Gogh didn't need fancy things to make great art. He used what he had, his room, his chair, and he turned them into something beautiful and full of feeling. Now, here's your question. If you painted your room and your chair, what would you show? What colors would you use to show how it feels to be in your space? Hang on to that thought, because we're about to create something really cool. All right, friends, let's talk about how we are going to get our Van Gogh chair looking three-dimensional. I'm going to hold the top, take the bottom up to the top, make sure they match. Once they match, I'm going to hold it and then crease. Okay, with the crease to you and the opening away, we are going to figure out how wide we want our chair to be, okay? I'm going to make two lines on that fold, like so. Okay, make sure they match. After I have my two lines that are on the fold, just double check to make sure. Opening, fold. I keep my hand on it to make sure that's exactly where it needs to be. All I'm going to do is make two cuts on each line. 1, 2. You should have paper that looks like this. Once you have your paper looking like this, you are going to write your name and your art code on the back. You are also going to take your open cut, and what you're going to do is fold it up. Try and make sure your fold is nice and even. You can take the side of your nail or the side of your hand and just make sure it's nice and creased. Fold it back down. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to open it up carefully and pop out your fold. Okay, so the center fold's going to come out. I'm going to crease it. And yours should look like this. So what this is going to be is this is going to be the chair. This is where you're going to put your bottom. And down here is where the legs are going to go. So let me show you the finished example. Okay, so we pop it open. This is the part where you put your bottom, and then this is where the legs are. Okay. After you have your paper folded all nice, you're going to start your design. You're going to start in pencil. And what you have here, remember we said this was your part where the bottom goes. And you're going to carefully outline the design for your chair. Your chair can look different than mine. All I'm doing is just going around the edge to outline where the chair is. These lines down here is going to be where the chair legs are. Come up all the way up. Just where to go. And I'm going to connect them. Usually chair legs are connected over here. Okay, so if you want to keep checking, here's what we have so far. We have the spot for our bottom and the chair legs. Okay, we are missing the chair back. So right now we have a stool. If you would like to cut on the other side and create a table next to it, you can. You can design these exactly how you want. So let me show you what I would do. If I wanted a little table over here, I would fold this back, fold towards me, retrace my, or redo some lines. This is going to be how tall my table is going to be. Table is, I'm going to make two cuts. Fold it up. Make sure they match. Make sure it's even. Unfold and pop this open. So I can turn this into a table. Pop out my chair. Okay. All right. It's a stool right now, not a chair yet. I'm going to go ahead and finish designing my chair. You guys get to design your rooms however you want. Add a rug, turn it into hardwood floors, add the pictures like we saw in Van Gogh's work, or a bed. Okay. Be interior designers and inspired. What can you come up with? All right, let's talk about our pop-ups and how they work. If you notice, it's just a extra piece of paper down at the bottom. You fold it and you can glue it onto your table or chair or whatever you want. So let me show you what that means. You are going to draw everything in pencil first. You are going to very carefully and slowly trace all of your pencil lines before you cut it out. I feel like it's easier to trace your lines before you cut everything out. Yes, trace, trace, trace. Trying to go as fast as I can, but you are going to take your time and go slow. Just wanted to show you what this looks like. Okay. Made a little kitty cat to maybe sit in the front of my room. And down here, I have this extra space. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out my cat and I will, I forgot the eyes. That was driving me nuts. Okay. No. Okay. I'm going to carefully cut out my cat right against the edge of the Sharpie, adding this piece on to my design. Slowly going around the edges, getting as close to that Sharpie as you can. Okay. Just pretend like I took my time cutting this out. This is taking a little too long for the video. Anyway, after you take the time to cut it out, you're going to fold it down at the bottom. And down at the bottom is where you're going to add the glue. So you open it, you glue it, and then you can stick your kitty cats anywhere you would like to on the Van Gogh chair assignment. Okay. So carefully cut out your things, add the little piece, add the glue. Okay, put it down, kind of rub it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that should stick. So I'm going to finish this and you will be able to see the example on the board, and you can add as many pop-ups as you want, but you need at least one pop-up on your design. We'll talk about color in a little bit, but have fun.